Welcome everybody to the San Diego Surf. It's time to get back to basketball on the channel. And today the Surf finally return as we have ourselves a little off-season action here today. Welcome everybody to today's live stream as we will hopefully put this team in a position to go back to the playoffs again next season. All right, no echo, don't want that. All right, how is everybody doing today? A little early. I was just anxious to start. Kane, it's my day off and the Surf are back. I'm so happy. Good to hear, Peyton. How you doing? How is Texas? I like it. I definitely like it a lot so far. Warm, not hot. I'm not gonna call 80s hot, but I am enjoying myself quite a bit. I'm ready for the Surf to get another long wing that can't shoot threes. That's right, that's the spirit. We have some work to do, and who knows what this team's gonna look like, but that's why I have your help. Because I don't know, how I can keep this team together exactly. I really like the players we have. If I could just copy and paste this team to next year, I think I would. But it's not quite that simple when you have players who have expiring contracts, and we might not be able to afford everybody that we're used to having on the team. We had Jarrett Allen last year, and that was very good. Colin Sexton, thankfully on a 2-year deal. He really shined, and he might have been our most valuable player on the team. Certainly one of them. I think he started to outshine Casey Daniels a little bit. And now Casey, I think we have to consider, do we trade Casey Daniels? I don't know, but hopefully we can get through this offseason without me making too many mistakes and causing too much damage. Yep, YouTube is my full-time job, and your support allows me to spend so much time making content. It's allowed me to move through the country, and I'm very thankful for that. So now that everything is settled here with the move, I am ready to get back to content and these series that you might not have seen in a little while. Do the Tampa Bay series again. We are going to get to Tampa tomorrow with the new season getting underway. Have I thought about playing games on Twitch that you then post to YouTube? So I do want to talk about that a little bit because I am considering moving streaming to Twitch and branching out in some content a little bit. And it's something I've been thinking about for a few years, but I didn't want to do until I could really dive into it and get what I wanted out of it. But I may be moving streaming to Twitch soon, and hopefully I can talk about that in the near future. I plan to look into it here the next couple days and give it a shot perhaps. Thank you for the super chat, Toasted Network. And yes, both my wife and I play games. Not always the same games. There is a little bit, the Venn diagram does have a little overlapping for some of the games we like. Like Monster Hunter, for instance, Pokemon, Dragon Age, we both got into. Both played Detroit Become Human last year. So yeah. Have I thought about face cam for videos? Not so much. I'm not totally against it, but I don't know. I kind of like the traditional video style, and I don't know. I don't feel like it misses anything by not having face cam there. I like it more for streaming, of course. What's the game that your wife plays but you hate? I'm not sure if there is one. Yeah, I don't think there really is one, honestly. What do I think of Kirk Cousins? He's okay sometimes. Do I think the 49ers are legit? In some ways, I think they're a very legit team, but I'm more interested in what they can do this weekend in a tougher matchup. Thoughts on Gardner Minshew? Really, really impressed. Very fun to watch. Sports fan 98, just the person I wanted to speak to. Neil Hope better average 20 points per game next year. Also glad the Twins didn't get in the way of you streaming today. No, when the Vikings got knocked out by Philly 38-7, next day, didn't do a thing. I sat there listening to Twin Cities sports radio and playing the division for about 12 hours. I'm like, nope, not getting me to do a thing today. I probably ate a lot of terrible food too, but not this time. No. Have I given any thought to playing the new Maximum Football or Access Football? Yes, I am married, Loroto. Been here since Madden 12. Yeah, that happened last winter. And to answer your question, I have thought about playing Maximum Football and Access Football. If it's something you guys would like to see, then I'm totally open to streaming it potentially. Probably not doing any video content, at least not right away. But I would really like to play those games and see what they do offer, even if it's a little rough around the edges, because I think that, you know, what Maximum Football is trying to do specifically, I know more about that game just watching some content of it now that it's been released. But I'd certainly like to see the strides they can take with that game, even if, you know, the ground floor right now or a couple of years ago isn't where we'd all like it to be. What's my prediction for NFC North? Packers win it. I think Packers are going to be NFC. They're going to be in the NFC title game, personally. Leo, thank you for the super chat. How has life been in Texas? Much warmer, but going well so far. I do like it here. As I said one time in a stream prior, I've never been so far away from home, and still, you know, felt like I kind of was home, because every place feels a little different. It's not fun to feel like, you know, you're somewhere you're uncomfortable with, or just, I don't know. I think we all have a comfort zone, and some of us have a different, I guess, way to deal with being outside of it or not. But I like it here so far. So why don't we get to the off-season action now, and get past this screen here. The Timberwolves winning the championship. Obviously, every game in this series was won by the road team, which did not work for us not having home field advantage. Or actually, that worked against us having home field advantage, because we only got to play in Minnesota 3 times. So, at least we lost to the champs. I guess there's always that silver lining. Not that I believe in that one too much. Player retirements, though. I don't think we had enough veterans on our team that we had to worry about anybody retiring, but here you go. A couple surprises here. Draymond Green already. I like how NBA handles a lot of these retirements. Like Ian Clark, done after 5 years. He is 33 years old, but I don't know. I like that they have a little more unpredictability here. Osman, 5 years at age 29. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I don't think I've ever heard it aloud. 5 years, 25 years old. That should happen a lot more in Madden. There are plenty of players who just have, you know, a rookie contract career, and that's about it. Guys playing special teams, can't crack a roster, and then they get replaced by someone who's 21. Neil Aquina, is that it? Not that I'll have to say it in this series anymore. Staff retirements. I've never even noticed that before. By the way, how does the stream look? Can we talk about how the stream looks? Not dropping frames 10 minutes in. That's a good sign. My internet a lot better. Best internet I've had as a YouTuber by far. And this stream is in 1080p, and it should look at least acceptable. Dunner, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Just enjoying getting settled in and not worrying about the moving process anymore. It is extremely time and mind consuming to go through a lot of it. No staff retirements, league meetings. Have the trade deadline occur 1 week later. I am rejecting that. I don't like it. Opposing teams will enter a 1+1 bonus. I'm not gonna... No changes. How about that? Keep it the way it is. Although, I know, yeah, I need a haircut. I haven't had a haircut. I think I got one right before I took the trip to Texas to look for a place. And then, you know, packing up the house and whatnot, everything put away. I get my hair cut at home. I mean, it's just a simple cut. I'm not gonna pay for this. I could do it myself if I wanted to. Maybe not that well, but I could do it. Now that I'm done, I keep telling myself I'm gonna get a haircut every day. This is like day 3 of lying to myself. But I read a little while ago that the NBA is testing out a new rule in the G League where they're going to have all free throws just be just one free throw, no matter how many like shots a player would be taking normally. So if you get fouled on a layup and it doesn't go in, you would shoot one free throw and it would equal 2 points. Or if you get fouled on a 3-point shot, you would shoot one free throw that could be equal to 3 points. I love that idea. I think that the NBA needs to adopt that. It'd be really cool, and it would make, I think, free throws a lot more interesting. There would definitely be some strategic changes, especially with some of the worst free throw shooters, I feel, because that added pressure of having to get both points on one shot. I think that'd be really cool. Terrible idea? Well, maybe it is. That rule sucks. Oh, okay. I'm not a basketball guy, so I'm never going to expect anyone to take what I have to say too seriously. But I like the idea of it personally. No, this ain't the transparent bottle. That one's been put away for a while. I had to get to something larger because obviously on the road trip and everything, I needed more water. I needed something larger. So the chat hates the free throw idea. All right then, we don't see eye to eye on that one. Yeah, I'm not even so concerned about the pace of play with it. I think NBA games already have a good pace of play. I just think that it makes the foul shots more interesting and less of a thing you kind of ignore until it's late in the game or something. League realignment. No need. And now the draft lottery. I forgot the draft comes up first. I feel like I haven't played this game in like a year. So we still have a lottery pick thanks to the Jazz. Might be time to delete your pinned tweet. Yeah, Leo, actually I can now. It was something along the lines of, if I'm still here for another winter, remind me that I failed my 2019. Yeah, the winters really frustrated me for a very long time. And I've been wanting to move for a long time, at least 3-4 years. I didn't consider it for a long time, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's like winter here for 6 months. I don't like going outside unless it's, you know, I like May through like mid-October. I can handle that. Anything under 60, and it's like, what am I doing here? Yeah, I gotta update some channel photos and banners. A lot of art stuff gotta get taken care of. I want to get some Broncos stuff up, some Bucks stuff up for the 2 channels. And then finally update some of this. I like my Keenan Allen stuff though. I just like that graphic. That's why I never changed it. The Keenan Allen graphic, I just really like it. So we're picking 9th. We got a little unlucky there. How do I pass on Ollie Sparks? The main thing there was just looking at our current running back situation and not thinking that adding a running back there was the right move. In hindsight, I probably would take Ollie Sparks there. Higher overall player than Reyes. Younger. Therefore, a higher ceiling. But I think we're going to be okay. He's a good player, but I don't think he's going to be, like, otherworldly. I hope he becomes the MVP and beats you in the Super Bowl. Well, he's in the same conference. So, that won't happen for a little bit. If it was NCAA, oh yeah. Anything goes in NCAA. I don't got to worry about draft picks or nothing. I actually thought that if I took Sparks, there would be a little backlash against it because I think there would be a lot of people. I thought there would be a lot of people saying that it was unnecessary, and perhaps like it's never, you know, one way or the other. There's usually a split, and even the more you know, unpopular decisions might have a 70-30 split. There's still going to be some support for it. So there is the draft lottery. We did not win. Staff signing. Please tell me we're good to go with this. Everybody's on a 3-year deal. I think all is well here, including head coach Dwight Howard. Draft combine. The Suns won with 1% chance. Oh man. When will the Broncos offseason be streamed? I anticipate it could be 2 Saturdays from now, depending on when I get week 17 done. Obviously, only a handful of games are left, and I already played the next one today. So I will probably be doing that offseason before you know it. My goal was to beat Halloween to the punch. I wanted to get it done before Halloween, just arbitrarily. I wanted to get it done before the end of October. So, yeah. I haven't seen this class in so long. But we have the number 10 pick. I have no clue what I want to address. I don't think I really need to check this stuff out here. I can go to my pre-draft workouts and take a look at players who could be in our draft range. I should actually look at their ratings and stuff, I guess. Terry Scott. So what do we think we have to address here? I don't want to just gloss over this and waste everybody's time here. All 380 of you watching, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Where the Twins at, Kane? Give me a day. I was going to play it today, perhaps, and after last night, I'm like, give me 24 hours. I just need some time. I'll be coming back, though. Wing depth, anything but small forward. Show the roster. A shooting guard that can play defense. You're right about that. I need to switch the song. That makes me sad. If I go over to Twitch, I'm probably going to have to use different music. And I'm comfortable with my music over here. That's okay. A backup center? Maybe. I like Edwin. And I know when I had him playing some power forward, we had some really good things happening with him on offense. So, here's a look at the roster right now. I think a guard is a necessity considering 2 are under contract. Like to get someone who can play a little defense, of course. Lyle Murray might be on one of those like renewable deals though. Not moving to 2K20, not with this series, no. If it had year-to-year saves, I definitely would, but not here. Yeah, best player available is possible, but it's never quite that simple because you might have like, you know, a player who might not be quite as good as another, but his role would be more defined and he'd move the needle a little bit more. So yeah, I gotta renew some deals here. Hope and Kane are done. Jamal Cole, Wenley Lamb. All right, why don't we get back to all this good stuff then. Let's go by Draft Express rankings. So we have a lot of guards here in the top 10. That seems to be where the strength of this class lies. There are a lot of small forwards, but I don't think that's a priority. Sportsfan98, thank you. A big man who can shoot and a defender on the wing. I think we're kind of seeing things eye to eye there, at least. I'd like to get a defender, definitely, that can play a little more offense than Michael Carter-Williams. It's not like his defense was elite, so we can definitely do better. So why don't I start just checking out some rankings here. A good 3-point scorer here, Marcus Flores. Good perimeter defender. Looks to be, you know, maybe not the best offensive player, but at least he can shoot. And then you consider possibly the defense there to help out. That'd be the main role. Does top 10 feel a little early for him, though? .95 speed. You know I like my fast guards. I love guards with a lot of speed there. Not a bad player there at all. I'm going to start writing some names down because it's quickly going to become a problem. I'll just put Marcus Flores 3 and D. But let's talk about Bob Shepard here. Robert Shepard. What do we got? Mid-range. Open mid-range, that is. The contested is a different story for him. Off the dribble, just fine. Perimeter defense is at least average. Basketball IQ, maybe lower than mine. Not as impressed with Bob Shepard. So Flores, the 15th ranked player. Okay, I actually scrolled down a little bit to find him. How about Sidney Stone from Wake Forest? Mid-range is solid. 3, a little below average there. Defense, not playing it. But the potential, very high. Flores has slow speed with the ball. Did I not see it correctly? Got a good vertical too. Speed with ball is a little low. His overall speed is good. So, what's his dribbling then? Wouldn't you expect it to be a little bit lower if like he can't go as quickly with the ball? Maybe it's because his dribbling isn't that great. First thing that comes to my mind. Playmaking is kind of that ranking, isn't it? Okay, it's just something to consider then. Why don't we check out Johnny Sanford then? B inside, C minus mid, D plus 3. Yeah, not great. Bradford Watson. So here we go. A mid, A minus 3 with still a little inside ability there. The defense though for him isn't great. Potential is a little low. Go by potential. Am I able? Okay, this is a little bit more useful, I'd say. And for those of you wondering, I will like edit this down and recap the off season in the very next episode. So I'm not too worried about keeping this quick or anything. Like, I want to take my time and end up with a team I like at the end of the video. So, Phil Porter. Kansas. Okay, #1 player, though. I'm not getting him. Connor Gatson. He can shoot the 3. Playmaking is low. A lot of these are low. Athleticism's not great. Potential is somewhat high. I'm not sure there's a way to sort by number of badges, no. Why don't I start sorting by certain skills here? Perimeter defense. Malcolm Stanley. #2, though. How about Alejandro Del Rosario? 71 overall, can play both guard spots. I like the size there. I haven't even seen the matchups yet for week 6. Do I want Baltimore's defense or Washington's defense? I can't see me playing Washington's defense at all this year. They must play like the Jets or something. The Dolphins. Ooh. Yeah, you can consider it there. The Ravens, who they got? The Ravens. Bengals. Huh. You know, I haven't looked at any data or anything this week. I like to look at pressure rates and a lot of different stuff when deciding this kind of thing. I'd say Baltimore by default, but I think that Washington's will definitely be playable. Jets are getting Darnold back this week. Yeah, I saw that. So, Del Rosario here. We have really balanced offensive skill set, actually. Really happy about that. The 3 isn't great. These ratings look so good. But then here, like his inside scoring is a D, but his shot close is a 71. I don't know. Can he play defense? I like the offensive skill set so far. Rebounding isn't great. His on-ball defensive IQ is solid, though. Defensive consistency is high. His steal is high. Hustle? What do we think here about Alejandro Del Rosario? I'm definitely interested. Really all around. What was his potential, by the way? B+. Okay. And he's only 21. Really good size, too. Or at least decent size. How long am I going to be streaming for? I'm not sure. This is one of those things where it's just as long as it takes. And it might take a while because I want to take my time and not mess things up. Let's go, so Phil Porter, he was #1 player. I'm just going to start sorting by different attributes, and we'll kind of go from there. All right. Haven't finished scouting him. Terry Scott, C+. He's the #5 player with those skills. Okay, everything. Why is it showing his mid and inside here all being C+, and then you check out his rankings here and they're way better? I fully scouted him. Certainly worthy of being high on the board. Glenn Phelps has the best inside grade here of the pre-draft workout options. I don't know. He doesn't seem that great, though. Can I not scout him? There we go. So, Vince Bonner from Minnesota. Really good score. B offensive grade, but the defense is a little lacking, but it's not so low that you're not going to be able to, get him somewhere. And he's the 3rd ranked player. I'll scout some players that are a little bit higher than our projection just because somebody might fall. Let's see, a big man who can shoot. Are we looking for a forward or a center? What do you guys think? Hi Sam, how you doing? Forward? Okay. How do we feel about Gabriel Young, who's coming straight from high school? 19 years old. A+ 3-point scoring, above average mid-range, and, passable post defense and rebounding. Not too bad. I'm going to try sorting by potential now. We know we can't get Porter. Louis Mark. A little scoring ability here from outside. Starting to find some players here I definitely like. Zach Lindsey. Apparently has very high potential. 71 overall from Alabama. So good mid-range. A little 3 ability. Think he's worthy of bringing in here. Got 5 more invites I can do here. A lot of you seem to like Rosario. I definitely liked his skill set too. I want to back out of this quick. Hopefully, I didn't realize it would reset it all. We'll find those players again though. You'll help me remember them. I just wanted to see how many picks I had in this draft. So let me just propose trade and figure it out. 2024, I got 2 1s and a late 2. Cool. I think that works out really well. Now let me fix this problem. So I think I had Vince Bonner on there. Let's see. I think I had Gabriel Young. Louis Mark. Marcus Flores. I gotta find Del Rosario again. There's 2 more I'm missing here. Yeah, I do think defense should be the priority too. We have a lot of scoring options, but you don't always want to have to be just outscoring because eventually you're going to run cold. Day is not complete without a Kane video. Thanks for all the hard work, Kane. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I might check out a little bit of the Summer League. We'll see how we're doing on time. Did I have Johnny Sanford on the board. I know I checked out his ratings. Yeah, I'm missing one player at least that was on the board, but I think we're okay. How about Jonathan Hope? Oh, 10% scouted. I need some more fully scouted players, I think. Oh, the Twins, Barry. I'll be recording it tomorrow, at least some of it. Obviously, these playoff episodes take a little more time, but obviously I just set everything aside from Madden 20 while I was in the moving process. But now the process is over, so Twins are coming. They'll be up this week. All right, I think we have enough options that we like. Let's just start bringing in a few more options that might be near our pick. Good mid-range. C+ though. No Bucks today. No, that'll be tomorrow. Just this on this channel. Or just this overall today. I recorded some Broncos earlier, but it's not done yet. Alright, let's just move on from this stage now. It's taken a long time. Alejandro Del Rosario is definitely one of the more intriguing players. The moving three, though, was not his strength here. He did do a pretty good job on some of these college threes. And then his standing three. I think his open three is solid. But, his off dribble three, not gonna be, his off dribble isn't that good, huh? But his open is. Alright. Isn't that kind of backwards the way a lot of it is? Drew, thank you for the super chat. Hey King, congrats on the move to Texas. Seems like you moved at the right time because snow is about to drop in Minnesota this weekend. Sorry about your Twins. They have a very bright future. Cheers. Thank you. And yes, I will check the forecast in the Twin Cities like every day. I know snow's coming this weekend. I left. I made it out in time. No more snow. And it'll snow in the Twin Cities probably this weekend. It might melt by noon. Probably not going to be anything you could probably measure. Might be enough for a little slush, maybe a little overnight ice or something like that, which sucks. The roads are already bad enough. Like, leaving the Twin Cities area to come down to Texas, by far the worst roads are in Minnesota. By far. They're still not recovered from last winter's damage. Not even close. There's still construction everywhere and a lot of roads that need a lot of work. But that's not interesting, is it? Marcus Flores here was solid, 3 and D. The bench, though. Del Rosario, 1 on the bench. Does this mean like he couldn't do it or he didn't try? Flores, a 44-inch vertical leap. I'll take our roads over the dang toll roads. Yeah, not too many of them over in the Twin Cities area. Easily avoidable most of the time. But after the snow and the constant freezing and thawing process, it just becomes a big obstacle course to not hit potholes and everything. Last year's probably the worst I've seen in terms of like the winter and the roads. All right, draft time, everybody. The construction and traffic in Dallas-Fort Worth. Yeah, I went through Dallas-Fort Worth 3 times. First time, straight through Dallas, which the construction wasn't anything. Vince Bonner is off the board. Very busy. And then even like Fort Worth. I went through it. It was kind of rush hour last week. I thought that was pretty busy. I can't get over though the sheer like size of that metro though. To get from one end to the other takes forever. Terry Scott is off the board, everybody. He's a very good 3-point shooter. Lee Ruffin, straight out of high school. Do I look at trading up? Like, how easy is that? I pick at 9, right? No, I don't. Where do I pick? There it is. It was... Oh, trade down. Alright. Is there a way to force the draft age to 18, or is it random luck to get it suggested? I think it has to be something that pops up when the rule changes. But I'm pretty sure after your first try, it'll pop up. Byron Red off the board. I, for one, am not sold on Red's upside, but also what he can bring. I was reading that. What? You serious? I didn't even notice. How? Power forward / center. Madden's draft logic ain't this bad. Devin, thank you for the super chat. You can select any rule change, click replace. Alright, try that then if there's something you do want to change. This is a man with no weakness. This is a man with almost everything above average, but for some reason intangibles are a little low. Well. How do you pass on Phil Porter? Wait. Is he not there? Because I just went to my scouting. Oh man, you can count on me to get your hopes up. That's your Ollie Sparks moment of the day. Brought to you by Amari Cooper. Can we talk about how Amari Cooper just straight disrespected me, though, in Madden 18? Oh, man. I don't think we can mess around here if Alejandro Del Rosario is the target. I don't think we can afford to mess it up, guys. ADR is the pick. There isn't a lot of game tape available. From what we have seen, he looks like a player that can move the ball around the court and isn't afraid to take the shot when needed. I think Surf fans can rest easy on this one. Hope so. I feel pretty good adding him to the team, though. ADR. I'm curious when Marcus Flores goes, but I don't think I have to come out of here with 2 guards. But we do have another first-round pick coming up. Bringing up Coop like he didn't just troll us into thinking we were going to get a superstar. What? Is it trolling if I troll myself along with you guys? It's still my fault for sure, but it's a little different. When I edit these down, I do my best to make sure that this constant, like, duh, isn't going. This noise irritates me. They don't need to put it there. There's been a trade. A 2024 first round pick for Drew Holiday and Isaiah Thomas. Why is Drew Holiday a 71? Isn't he like an 84 overall player? In NBA Playgrounds, he's really good. I know that. Drew Holiday regressed badly. What is a restaurant from Minnesota you're going to miss? It's nothing too special. They got decent food, but if you're from the Twin Cities area and you know Perkins, I like Perkins a lot. I think that their food's pretty good. It's definitely nothing special. It's just diner food, really, but it's good stuff. I won't miss it that bad, but it has crossed my mind in the last 24 hours or so. There was also this really good Chinese buffet near me, and I'll really miss that place a lot. I have a Perkins in Georgia? Really? I have a Perkins in upstate New York? In Nebraska? Oh. Maybe I won't miss it. For some reason, I thought it was somewhat local. Oh. Oh, man. I still don't think there are any near me. What is a Perkins? It's basically a diner chain. All day breakfast, you know, brunch, and then like burgers and some dinners. You know, they might have a steak one month, or you know, some fish. Kind of rotate out the specials a little bit. There goes Marcus Flores, but we already got a guard. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have thought Perkins was so unique. I'll miss Cub Foods. How about that? I know that's not anywhere else. Just a grocery. Really good hot food there. Wing bar. HEB's alright. I'm not used to it yet. The layout's kind of weird for me. Yeah, it's like an IHOP or a Denny's. Very, very similar. I should have just said that. Yeah, I love Culver's. I actually still have a couple somewhat close to me. You had me at all day breakfast. Yeah, with the right stuff. Like, I don't want like pancakes or waffles. Give me some biscuits and gravy, and that's been my new thing. Like when I stayed at the hotel here looking for a place to live, I had biscuits and gravy at the hotel every morning. All right, guys, what are we thinking? Top rated players here. I've scouted many. I've been to Waffle House before. It was a long time ago. It was in Florida. I haven't been to one in a long time, though. Yep, I've been to In-N-Out. My first time having In-N-Out, I had a sore throat, so I can't even remember eating it. It was like 12, 15 years ago. But I had it a month ago when I was here. Really impressed by it. Definitely. Trade down. I think I'm on board with that plan. Are they going to make it easy on me, though, to do this? Maybe even trade out? No, I've never been to Europe. Definitely want to. What do you think of that? Do we like the idea of trading out? Yep, I have been to Whataburger. Definitely like it. Very good. Very big. Like, they do not care about the portion sizes in Texas. Is there a deal here that you think works better than others? No, I've never been to Corpus Christi, but I imagine I'll make my way there eventually. A lot of you said the Wolves. A 1, 2 years from now, and a 2 next year. The Wolves just won the title, though. The Celtics deal I thought was intriguing. Top 3 protected. That's not too much of a protection, though. I'm not really worried about that. It's 2 1s. I think that we got to go with this one. Could really help us out down the road when we're maybe struggling to keep some of these players. All right, Celtics, enjoy the pick. Sidney Stone, 6'5", 203 pounds from Wake Forest. Flip them from non-protected picks. Now there's an idea. Alex McCarty. Where am I moving to? I moved to Texas. I'll say, is Austin area good enough for you? Better not snow this year. That's all I'm saying. I'm really excited for the days where it's like 40 one day, and then like 3 days later it's like 85. Like, I'm not even gonna know what to do with myself. Am I enjoying the weather? Man, it's incredible, because this summer in the Twin Cities area, for those of you not aware, it sucked. Like, not just the winter, like the summer. It was cloudy every day, pretty much. It just wasn't very nice. And then ever since I got here, it's just sunny every day. Just every day is sunny. I've literally had like more warm, sunny days in Texas than I have in Minnesota this year. For sure. If it snows in Texas, everything shuts down. I used to live in Dallas. It was hilarious. Yeah, that'll be strange, like, you know, cities being shut down due to it. I totally understand why. I got used to it. I've driven in some bad conditions before, but that's with, you know, like, I'm not sure what body of government it is that takes care of it, but, you know, they handle the roads at least. They know what to do. They salt them and rust your car out, and the world keeps spinning. I might have to see what I can get for Casey Daniels. I can look to, you know, flip those picks a little bit later on for the future of the series. Sorry it was going so slow. I forgot I could do this. Soul Slasher, thank you for the super chat. Love the videos, subbed since Raiders. Also, what was your formula to success, and what advice would you give to someone who does a Madden series like yours? A formula to success. You know, quite honestly, I think you have to do something that you really enjoy, because no matter what, you're gonna have to be in for the long haul, and it's not always gonna be as smooth as you'd like it to be. So you need to be able to at least, you know, enjoy the process and not just focus on the goal of what you're trying to do on YouTube or whatever. And you know, for me, I just get so lost in the process and the details that I'm just doing the kind of thing that I, you know, grew up doing essentially with these franchises. And to have, you know, all of you to bounce this stuff off of, like, it's like a feedback loop that has no interruption as long as there's content coming out and the games are fun. Alright, time to pick a player. I have scouted 2 players in full. They are both forwards. Cole Slater is 18 years old. He has decent mid-range. He has the ability to shoot the 3, even contested. Straight out of high school here in the 2nd round. Looks like his defense is a little below average. And his potential is only a 72. Now we're late 2nd round, okay? We can't really be too picky. Might be a good G League candidate though to get some development. And obviously, I don't know other potentials besides these two players. So, picking between the two, gotta go Cole Slater. And he is the pick. Which high school, though? That's not very specific. Scouts don't project him as a high-end NBA player, but from what I saw from him at high school this past season, I'm sure you watched him. And the draft is over. Phil Porter did go number 1. I am sorry, I missed that. This high school must be good to produce like 20 draft picks. No kidding. LeVar Ball must be the coach. Thanks for coming today, everybody. Please leave a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. I'm a high school A&M fan myself. See, I'm more high school tech. Gerbeau is still going to be overseas for a year. We're going to retain his rights, of course. Can't wait to see what he becomes. Might be just in time for, you know, Alexi Edwin's departure or something. His morale, okay. Well, yeah, it better be at least okay because I literally cannot do anything about it. I don't have the right to. To check out his ratings, by the way, he does not shoot very well, at least not yet. And he's a very good rebounder. His scoring is like non-existent, but his rebounding is really good. Oh well. Team and player options, of course. Gotta pick up these options for both Neil Hope and Jamal Cole, two players I really enjoyed playing with last season. Harvey Hollins had his player option. Oh, he declined it. He's in control. He doesn't want the 18 mil. Steven Adams, out. And qualifying offers now. I think I'm cool with all these qualifying offers being extended. Obviously, Kane is a scoring machine. I'll try to use Hope properly this coming season. Obviously, I need to adapt to some of the things he does really well and improve some of my post play and my driving ability with him. Would I trade Kane? I don't know. I gotta figure out how to make this fit. There might be a player that's gotta go though. I'm gonna extend all these qualifying offers. Not too expensive. And now, moratorium period. Can I see my cap space? That's a big number right there. Don't trade the big red machine, please. I'll try. Sabonis is a free agent. It's a really good center year. Wow. So Jarrett Allen, top of the list here, does have an offer. But if we miss on him, there are a lot of really good options. Huh. Cap room, minus 55.9 million. That doesn't seem like a very good situation, guys. Is this bad? His offer is your qualifying offer. Well, there's that offer from Milwaukee. Okay. Anybody else a little stressed out? Oh boy. Just remove the negative there. We're okay. So, help. What do I do? Oh man. Accounts for my cap hits, so once I take away the 80 million in cap holds, I really have about 35 million in space. Yeah, but some of those holds are on players I want to keep. Granted, not all of them. Watch, guys, watch. It's okay. See? I fixed it. Now it's only 54 in the hole. Oh boy. Nice, there we go. Yeah, I still don't know exactly how all this works. I don't think I want Dylan Brooks for 10.6 mil. Should we renounce his rights? You can re-sign everyone who has been on your team. It's called bird rights. You can go way over the cap but still retain everyone. If I sign Allen for what he's asking, I'll clear 12 million of cap holds. That's a good point. I'm holding on to 38 million for him, which is pretty wild. So what did Milwaukee offer? They're going 3 years. 383.8 with a player option. And what if I give him a no trade clause? Yeah, the cap is fake. The NFL hard cap is fake. The NBA fake cap is even faker. We can make it work. It's a bird contract. Why can't I give him a no trade clause? This tops their offer. Is the MLB cap fake as well? Yeah, pretty much. Does the MLB have a spending floor? I'm curious about that, because you got, like, you know, the Yankees and the Dodgers, and their payroll's like 3 times the Rays. Some of you are saying, I don't need Allen. A lot of you are saying, I don't need Allen. I think he's a pretty valuable player. I guess I'm willing to check out the other centers that are available because it's such a good year. I certainly liked his defense, and I thought it made a big difference for us. Very good rebounder. We're not going to find a better rebounder. So, Harry Giles. He's got like 90% of his ability, though. 6'10", 240. What do we think about Harry Giles here as the potential replacement for Allen? I like that he's young. He'd be a lot cheaper. And I feel like his strengths and weaknesses, or mostly his strengths, correlate pretty well. Sabonis. That's going to be big money if we do that. But he does bring the 3-ball to the table. Extremely good defensive skills. Some of them, anyway. Oh, boy. I didn't check out York because he's a restricted free agent. Offense not as good. Like, I'm not taking him over Giles. I need shot contest and block. Yeah, I got a hair in my way. What if we just go bargain and we bring in Joffrey Lavernier? I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. No, I definitely want to bring in a higher rated center. So we need shot contests. .66 with 66 block. .87 with 86 block. That's a big difference there. Oh man. Now, at least with Allen, I'd have bird rights. Sabonis certainly would not. I think if I want Sabonis, I have to cut somebody to make room. I feel like I'm not sure exactly how I'm making this all fit. A lot of you seem to think I can make this fit with Allen. So does that salary cap number matter at all if I have luxury tax room? No. Oh, was Alexi up this year too? No, you just have to lose cap holds after simming in free agency. Okay. Salary cap only matters if you wanted to pay someone who you didn't originally have on your team. Okay. And then I think if you're over the cap, then there are some exclusions for other free agents, but you can still sign players up to a certain price, I'm pretty sure. When Lee Lamb is ready? I haven't seen his ratings in a very long time. It doesn't say that he can play center at all. Don't his ratings suggest he could perhaps get some minutes at center and do well? Go for Sabonis or Allen and let Edwin go. You'll get Gerbeau next year, sign a cheaper backup center, and consider trading Casey to make room for a deeper bench. I think I'm okay making a deal for Allen. With the player option, this does top the offer that the Bucks gave him. There. Hey Jack, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I might move on from some of those players that I have holds on. I'm just worried about the center position right now. Giles was intriguing, but I mean, he's still going to be expensive, and at least for Allen, we can go over the cap, so I think it's a waste if we don't try to keep him. Match the offer? I don't think I can because he's unrestricted. Casey Daniels must be kept. Drop Bolden. Lamb can take his minutes. I do agree with you on that. Let me check out my cap holds. Or is he even a cap hold at this point? He might just be under contract. I'm okay trading Bolden and his $10 million salary. I think we're ready to replace him. $2028 and 2026. What if I throw in that first round pick we just got and try to move that up a little bit? This one here, the top 3 protected. What do we think about that? No protections, 26 and 28 from Atlanta. That's the best offer so far. Let me, now that I know that exists. The Celtics were the best team in the East. I don't want their pick, but the Hawks were pretty good too. Either way, probably you have to expect those teams are going to be pretty good. Now I like my minutes per quarter at 12. I enjoy the length of game and everything. Heat were offering basically the same. Let me see. Oh yeah, the Heat wanted 27 and 28, wasn't it? So we'd have to wait a little while on these ones, but eventually they'd be really nice picks. Potentially, if the Heat can't turn it around. And I can always take these picks and then use them for something. Yeah, that's an intriguing one. Absolutely. I want to see if I can do something here. I thought that'd be a nice move. Okay, so it can't be 2 in a row. I want the earliest one possible. So the Heat. How about their 26? Oh. Oh, because they traded this one? Way to ruin it, Miami. Great job. Just checking out some ratings here. Has a few skills. Just decent. Take the Heat trade anyway. I think I'm okay with that Heat trade. Like, not like Bolden's a superstar. We're just basically giving up a late one next year to help us out in a while. Alright. I'm okay with that deal. There we go. Saves us a little money. And I am pretty happy still having this offer out for Allen. I like having him on the team. I can still make a couple offers, but I think I'm pretty limited because of our cap space. Chris Flanders, huh? Spent last year in Chicago. I can offer to players using the mid-level exception. Every offseason I have to Google what that means. Look at offers for Casey. Jimmy Butler. Gotta say, so far these trades are not good. Either more expensive, worse players, older players. That one's more intriguing. Still not gonna make it. That one's actually pretty intriguing right there. That's the only deal I liked out of this set. But still, I don't think that... Is Nurkic even better than Jarrett Allen at anything that would make a difference? I don't think so, especially with Allen being 26. Why don't we sim a day? So it looks like Allen has agreed. So far, he's agreed. It says 10 million in cap room right now. Obviously, we don't have Jonah Bolden anymore. What should I set Bolden to? Renounce rights or trade exception? And yes, I do want to keep Rodney Kane. I think I have to take care of a couple of these other situations first, though. Trade exception. All right. What about Allen's cap hold? There's nothing I can do about it, is all. Trade exception keeps 10 mil on your books. Gives you room to go over on a trade. Okay. Very confusing. I'm just looking at the players I really want to keep right now. And this is what it would look like. But would it allow me to advance to the next screen like this? Oh, and I obviously need Gerbo. The rest of these players were just kind of depth and backups, though. Yeah, I lose the ones with renounced rights. I just wanted to know if it would allow me to go to the next step. And that's okay for these players. That's just fine. All right. Rodney Kane does have a restricted free agent offer. Is it my qualifying offer? Okay. I got you. I don't see Allen here, so does that mean he signed? Is that deal done? Still got that cap hold there. Obviously, in this period, I don't think you can sign with other teams, but couldn't he sign with me? He was on our team. He's yours. Not officially until moratorium's over. Although I'm not sure why there's a moratorium for literally our players. So, yes, Jarrett Allen says signed. There should be a lessatorium, right? I think so. I could use a lot less of this. Why can't we just have a hard cap and what the numbers say is what the numbers are? Valanciunas is back on the market. Way too practical. Yeah, I could actually do it without your help. And now free agency. So now my cap space is -25, which according to the chat, it doesn't matter. The cap is fake. Very fake. I'm so happy I have your help, everybody. You can go over the cap to sign Kane. I'm okay with the qualifying offer, though, if no one offers to him. I don't need to sign Kane long term. I might not want to keep him long term, but I certainly want him next year. After the free agency is over, I will run through the entire roster and show you what we have going into this next season. So I'm able to sign players now to the league minimum. And that's basically it. Unless I want to let a bunch of players go or trade Casey. That's as simple as it is. So I'm kind of banking on just our youth developing and coming back next year and just kind of going at it again with the same team. Now is the ideal time to sign Kane. It is if I want to, but I'm not sold on signing him long term right now. I think next year for sure want him. After that, don't know yet. Especially if somebody like Wenley Lamb really comes along this year. Yeah, I'm looking for a couple of league minimum backups now, and I think Travis Fulton, you know, he can at least shoot. He can play that Trey Burke role for me, perhaps. Just want to make sure I have enough players. That's 8 right there. And then I have cap holds on a few. 5. What's NBA roster? 15 man? Yep, I think so, DC. I think he fits into what we have to do and just play that very simple role. Oh, draw foul is an attribute. I didn't know that. What do you guys think about Frank Gibson as a bottom of the roster player who can add a little bit of defense? $15 plus two-way contracts if I can find one. All right. Basically what I'm saying with this season is that I think we had the right players in place last year. It just didn't quite work out, and they were young, so it's not like keeping them together is a 2009-2010 Vikings situation where they had same 22 starters in the 12-4 run with Favre as it did in the 6-10 campaign that followed. Same 22 starters. But a lot of them got older, including the guy under center. Kane, this is basketball. A lot of the theories are universal, I feel. Tom Hubbard ain't bad either. Not gonna play much defense. What do you guys think about Tom Hubbard? I can always sign more minimum guys when preseason starts. Yeah, I probably don't have to do it right now. He's 5'11". See, I don't look at height at point guard. That's the difference between you guys and me. Is I just don't know what to look for all the time. I'm like, it's fine. You can have a wide receiver at 5'10". You can have a receiver at 6'3". It's fine. No defense is perfect for you, Kate. Why do you think the Twins can't beat the Yankees? Is there a curse involved? I just think that, I don't know, it's like these players on Minnesota teams know exactly what, like, the history has been, and maybe it just weighs on them or something, and they feed off that pessimistic energy from the fans or something. All right, we can sign Travis Fulton. I want to do one thing quick and just save. It's been a while. It kind of hung up there for a couple seconds before, and I just want to save. No, I haven't dropped Kane. He still doesn't have an offer from anybody else. Now Frank Gibson wants to sign. I don't have 2k20. No, I haven't played it. Not sure I'll get it. Pretty content right now. Diggs always winks in interviews, if you didn't know. He always does that. It's his signature little thing. I just really hope that no one offers the Rodney Kane, but I'm still surprised that nobody has. I do feel like I'm getting a little more comfortable though with the off seasons. I still like having your help, so I'll probably continue to do off seasons like this. So I appreciate all of you being here. We just got Rodney Kane for $7 million at 86 overall. Chat says slow mode on. What is that? It makes it so you can only send messages after like a certain timer. So every time you send a message, it hits a timer, and it's just to prevent spam. A lot of people, like default, it's set up so you can only send one message a minute. I have it set up so you can only send one message like every 4 seconds. So it's like, if you want to spam my chat, it's going to be more annoying for you than it is for me. Free agency's over, everybody. Here's what we did. Casey for Bradley Beal. I don't want to trade Casey. No team in this game ever has any money. Well, at least we're all on the same playing field then. Hufer, thank you. I'm excited for your move, Kane. Can't wait for more videos now. Yeah, very excited to be done. I'll tell you one thing. I won't have to spend any time shoveling snow, so any slowdown that caused in the past, you know, that's not going to exist now. On the worst days, there were some last year. Like, I had a snowblower, but it wasn't like a really big one that they'll advertise outside of Lowe's. Like, I went to Lowe's like a couple weeks ago to get some moving supplies, and they literally already had the snow blowers out front lining the whole front of the store. it was like September 26th. And I'm just like, how is this possible? But I had one that wasn't like large. So if it snowed more than like 6 inches, the snowblower was kind of not useful because it would kill the motor too much. If you ever try to mow your lawn when the grass is too long, it does the same thing. And then you gotta go dig out the shovel. It's a blast. It sure works on my forearms though. That's a little plus. And then after like an hour of doing it, I can be out there in like a t-shirt in like 30-degree weather on a good day. It's more like 6-degree weather. Like some of you might think of winter weather as being like 30, 40 degrees. Yeah, that's what it is in the Twin Cities in like early December. Come January, you'll be begging for anything above freezing. I've already moved, legend. Already moved. What snow? I'm in Florida. Don't find out. Don't even Google it. A t-shirt in 6-degree weather. You work yourself enough, anything becomes warm. Maybe not 6. Maybe like 25 and sunny. After an hour of shoveling, you break out the t-shirt. So Neil Hope is a 90 overall. Little bit boost here to his offense. The 99 mid-range open. 92 3-point open. Free throws a little bit better. Drawn fouls. Did anybody else think that Casey Daniels was the best player on our team at drawing fouls? Iowa is worse than Minnesota. When it comes to snow, I'm not sure that holds up. What is worse in some states that are flatter is snow drifts. Like, you can have 4 or 5 inches of snow, and with the wrong wind, it's worse than a blizzard. Have I watched rugby before? You know, probably a few seconds at a time, never a full match. I live in Michigan. I know all about what you said about snow, especially if you're in the upper part. So Frank Gibson, how about his boost here? 71 overall now. Alexi Edwin. That is a major disappointment. Alexi didn't get better. He got worse. He's 24. A lot of things got better. But why are things getting worse for our guy Alexi Edwin? I'm not playing him enough. He had to have played 18, 20 minutes a game. Is that nothing? $20 minutes. Is that not good enough? He hit his potential. Ooh. That might do it. That might be it. I can't see me signing Alexi long term then. Casey got a little better. Rodney King got a little better. Jamal Cole continues to improve. And unfortunately, despite all my threes I took with him, it's not like his three-point shot got a lot better. I tried. +7 on Wenley Lamb. He's going to take over for Jonah Bolden this year, it would appear. And, yeah, really pleased with this. Very good up close. Has a little mid-range ability as well. About as good of a three-point shooter as Jamal Cole. That's where Bolden was nice. Like, he could sit in the corner and shoot the open three and hit him. Yeah, I kept him in G League for a while. Kane, I am the opposite. I would live in International Falls. Isn't that up by Canada? I've never been there. Oh yeah, way up there. So a nice boost for Wenley Lamb. Alan Gerbeau, 76 overall. Maybe he comes to us just in time to surpass Alexi Edwin and get some playing time. Although I am concerned about his offense, because even with another year of development, it's not going to be better than Edwin. If we're playing him, it's really a strictly defensive play. And in that respect, he is better than Alexi at a lot of the defensive ratings, but losing a lot of that flexibility I like to have, which ain't the end of the world. Move Lamb to power forward and center. That's something I think we have to at least try. He's got to fail at center before I go forward, I guess. Lyle Murray. So Dylan Brooks just kind of came off the bench last year, shot with the second team. I think Murray gets that role now. 99 mid-range open three, 99 three-point open. So Murray's going to knock down some shots this year, I'm hoping, and take over that role nicely. Travis Fulton's a 72. And then, of course, we got Alejandro Del Rosario, the rookie. We'll talk about him. Summer League time. I haven't played in a while. What time is it? Almost been going 2 hours on this. I might be down for a little Summer League action, but I don't want to play a full game if that's cool with everybody. I wouldn't mind just getting a chance to see these players in action a little bit. No, I did not play basketball in high school, and if I did, it would have been very bad. Just setting this up with the players I want to see the most. Do they have some players here who are just like camp bodies or something? Is this like an NFL training camp where it's just a bunch of guys who aren't going to make the cut, but they got to be there anyway? $57 overall. I'm not going to play a ton, but it's worth checking this out. All right. Man, it feels like it's been a long time. Oh, boy. So here is Alejandro Del Rosario, and definitely looking forward to what he can bring to the table. Gibson, F3-point shooter. Don't even know these players who are on the floor. Under the basket, Connor. Nope. Lamb draws the foul. I got lucky there. Oh, there's Porter. He was a top pick, right? Thought I was going to draft him for about 2 minutes. I like how we're just wearing our normal game uniforms. Ooh, it went in. Definitely got to get a couple shots off with Lyle Murray. And what? Okay, then. My pick, my first round pick was Alejandro Del Rosario, who does have a lot of different skills here. There we go. He's a pretty well-rounded player. He has A perimeter defense, C- steals, and then on offense, you know, he offers you a little bit of everything. So he might be one of those players I have to give like untapped potential to, but you know, a couple years down the road, might be a solid player. I was really happy to get him. What setting? All-Star? I'll have to relearn some things here and give myself a little crash course so my first game back isn't a complete disaster. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Nicely done, Gibson. Frank Gibson. Had to sign a couple players to the minimum. That's just the way it is when you're over the cap like we are. Nice shot from Brooks. So this defense, not great. Look at Connor bailing me out there with a nice basket. Oh, Lamb got there just in time. That was a nice play. So Del Rosario has B3, B+ mid. And that's certainly enough to give him a solid role as a backup. There we go. There we go. Nope, no Broncos today. So what do you think this team can do now this year? I know I didn't make a lot of outside changes. More or less, I wanted the team to be pretty similar. And then, you know, just switch out our role players a little bit and hopefully have a shot to do some damage this year. Conference finals at least. Yeah, that's kind of the goal. We need to at least, you know, first and foremost, got to win our first playoff series. But beyond that, we got to make a deep run with this team. Other simulation games like Football Manager. I'm not sure if Football Manager is the right way for me to get into soccer. I'm not sure. Like, I'd really like to be able to take some time and learn it a little bit. I just feel like there's something there that, you know, I like pretty much every sport. But that's just one I haven't been able to do a lot with. But as I talked about in the early part of the stream, which maybe a lot of you weren't here, I have considered lately moving streaming over to Twitch and doing a little more there than I normally would. Maybe playing some other sports games I don't normally get around to, like NHL, and maybe doing some fantasy football related stuff there, and potentially making YouTube content out of it. But I've been really intrigued by the idea of doing a little bit of stuff on Twitch here and there, and trying some stuff that I don't do here on YouTube. And one of the things I'm always like aware of is like I don't want to I don't know, like trying new things does work to an extent, but at some point like I feel you start to lose some of your viewership when you're constantly experimenting and you're you know, they come for a certain thing, and then when they're getting notifications for like, you know, 4 things in a row they don't care about, then maybe they unsub or they get less interested, or there's more time between you know, what they wanted to see and what you're actually doing. So, you know, I don't experiment quite as much with certain things, and it'd be nice to just go on Twitch and, you know, say, okay, I'm gonna play X game, and maybe nothing interesting comes of it, and in which case it doesn't really matter. It's the perfect platform for that kind of thing. Checking out the NBA preseason, maybe a little bit. When does the regular season get underway? Thoughts on Zion? I know I can't wait to watch him play. I was hoping I could draw a little defense over there. I'll probably play one more possession or go until I make one more shot. Will I do another NCAA Dynasty? It's possible. I think I'll keep playing NCAA for a while. It's just I might start switching it up, and maybe I'll try Coach Carousel or something. Something else. There's not too many things I haven't done now in NCAA. Would recommend FIFA over Football Manager. What about Pez? Like, isn't that game pretty good? There we go. Ends on a good note. Like, which game has better gameplay? Is it Pez or FIFA? A Brown-style rebuild on NCAA. Yeah, that's definitely been a request for quite some time now. I don't think it would be quite as smooth as Madden, but it's certainly doable. Absolutely can do it. FIFA, Pez used to be the game back in the day. Yeah, Out of the Park is really good. I've played that a little bit. Didn't get around to it this year, but I do really like Out of the Park baseball. And that'd be a good thing to stream, probably. I think that's a better game for, you know, getting feedback and chilling out a little bit. Lyle Murray, left knee tendinitis. That's unfortunate. So, might be asking a lot of Del Rosario in the early weeks of the season as one of our primary backup guards. All right. Simulate this thing. We get knocked out first round literally every year. Barrios turned into an absolute ace in my Miami save. Traded for him and his ratings jumped. Mariners franchise for 20. I haven't thought too much yet about what I want to do for MLB 20. Oh, he's back. Thank you. I thought it was 2 to 4 weeks. Maybe a summer league is... Yeah, summer league's like right after the draft, isn't it? Pittsburgh. Okay, they're hosting the All-Star game this year. The 2K Hoops Summit. Simulate. Training camps. Have I dropped a frame yet? None in 2 hours. Very pleased with that. So what do you think here, everybody? If we do untapped potential, by the way, here are the potentials on this team. Tempted to give one to Del Rosario. Maybe even Wenley Lamb, because he might be growing into a more regular player for us. What about Lyle Murray? Let's give one to Del Rosario. And I have 3 camps. Didn't I used to have 2? Oh, I have an A trainer now. Perfect. Let's go Lamb. And do we want to go with an actual skill this time, or do we want to go untap potential again? You know, give defense to someone like Casey or something. I don't know. Always untap potential. Yeah, it does have one of the biggest impacts. Just got to wait for it the next offseason. Free throw helps the whole team? Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I saw the PS5 confirmed. It's supposed to be a pretty powerful machine coming out 2020. Am I going to trade Edwin? It's possible, especially if Lamb plays good minutes at center. That's really going to eat into what Edwin can do. I'm going to go Lyle Murray here. He's already a really good shooter, and if we can get him better at anything else, that's going to be really beneficial. So let's advance to next season. I do need to sign a couple players, which I'll do in the next episode. I am going to wrap this up. I think I have to sign one more player, but overall the team didn't change much, but we did get some good development for players like Wenley Lamb, a couple departures on the bench, more than a couple, and then some new faces. We'll see what the rookie Alejandro Del Rosario, what does he bring to the table? I like his skills a lot. He'll get some chances as a rookie. I like Travis Fulton's ability to shoot off the bench, and then Wenley Lamb could really offer us a lot of flexibility. If he can play both center and power forward, that makes it easier to find a spot for Jamal Cole potentially. But it could also make things a bit messy for Alexi Edwin. We'll have to see. So that is going to do it for this episode, everybody, and this live stream. Thank you for all your help. I really appreciate it. That was that went well, I'd say, and I don't think it would have gone quite as well if I didn't have you guys to help me out. So thank you all for coming today, and I'll have the San Diego Surf's newest season coming your way shortly. Leave any feedback you have down below, and I'll see you all next time. Have a great day, everybody.